Charlie, yet another case in point over here. Can't play the music without that happening.
Everybody has their own moves.
Should I do another reading?
Yeah, I think we should.
I want to do another reading. No, I won't do it.
And then do a step.
I'll do a reading and then we'll do some of this. Speaking of this, Jonathan Capehart with us. Give us a little context from perspective, Jonathan. Michael Jackson's funeral memorial in the context of John Lennon, in the context of Princess Diana. Again, when you watch someone who is known by so many and has all this emotion attached to their life, even if they're not, there's no reciprocity, obviously.
Right. Well, Dylan, you touch on all those people you mentioned, Princess Diana, John Lennon, you mentioned Elvis. These are people who were extremely popular, extremely famous, who touched people not just in the United States but around the world here. In the heart. There was an attachment there. But also, for those younger artists that everyone was talking about in the previous block, there are lessons to be learned here in Michael Jackson's life, his professional life. And that is, you know, he exhibits lots of traits that you don't see today. You don't see a lot of it today. He wasn't famous for being famous. He was famous for really working hard.
He was famous for being better at doing. He was famous for being better at doing what he did than anybody else that was trying to do what he did.
Well, that's true, but no one will perhaps rise to the level of Michael Jackson. But people, if they follow these things that you notice from Michael Jackson's professional life, they can rise to great heights. Hard work, focus, discipline, but also recognizing the fact that to reach those heights requires some sacrifice. And we know all the sacrifices that Michael Jackson went through, that Princess Diana went through, Elvis, all of these folks.
By the way, all the people that he's mentioning also died prematurely. So it's also the shock of losing someone who should have had another
who should have had a life.
It's a good point, Contessa.
Who should have had a life, to be honest with you. And I think, to me, what I get out of it is the importance of family. I don't care what I have. I don't care what I go through. There's a tremendous foundation I have. I have a wonderful mother. I have a wonderful father. I have wonderful sisters and nieces and nephews. I mean, I think about that. And I say that because the saddest thing about all of this is that Michael Jackson never had a chance. I said this on your show. I've said it on the air throughout the last week or so. He may very well be resting in peace now for the first time since he was 5 years old. He was never given a chance to have a childhood, which is why he couldn't let go of it, it seems, because he was starving for it his whole life. And that's what I think about most of all in terms of the sadness factor, because he was never given a chance. He was living in a bubble from the time that he was 5 years old. What guy, what man do you know on this planet Earth is going to have a chance if they were exploited from the time that they were 5?
Yeah, 5, 6.
5.
Yeah.
5.
Crazy.
Nobody.
And to be forced to be observed over the course of your entire.
I brought up his father. I brought up his father last week because why? Well, his father showed you by the way he was behaving himself on the red carpet for the BET Awards. Clearly, if you're willing to exploit your son less than 48 hours after he passed away, what were you doing for the previous 45 years?
I got to take a break. Contessa, give me a word here, and we'll get out of here.
I think you know what we're watching is a very public outcry against losing a genuine artist so early. But don't forget the live pictures we're seeing here. Family members who've also lost a little brother or a big brother or a son. And in this case, their grief is unmatchable.